High foundation to school wellness and future health and phys ed teachers. We will be talking about the 6 models, first of which being the basic history of HPE. This is school-based physical education history, and it goes all the way back to Greece in 386 BC at Plato's school, called simply Academia, or in our terms, the Academy. Plato, a Greek philosopher, well understood the importance of physical activity and fitness. He happened to be an athlete, and he was also a wrestler. In fact, he quoted as one saying, "In order for man to succeed in life, God provided him with 2 means, education and physical activity. Not separately, one for the soul and the other for the body, but for the 2 together. With these 2 means, man can attain perfection." Luckily, physical education has come a long way since then. But it seems as if we owe our physical education system to Greece and many other countries from which we've derived the system that we use now. According to the United States government and their website, the goal of physical education in schools now is to develop physically educated individuals who have the knowledge, skills, and confidence to enjoy a lifetime of healthful physical activity. Interestingly enough, the driver behind the establishment of the physical education system in schools happened to be war. In short, the fitness of the soldiers in combat became a priority throughout the country. After the end of the American Civil War, school systems implemented physical education programs everywhere possible and enacted laws that would make the inclusion of physical education programs compulsory in all schools in America. After World War I ended, distressing overall health statistics revealed that 1/3 of all drafted recruits in the U.S. military were not physically fit for combat. The government interceded and passed legislation intended to advance the quality of physical education classes throughout the country. During World War II, physical education programs became more common for men and women due to the physical fitness that was required in military service and for manual labor jobs. During World War II, physical education programs became more common for men and women due to the physical fitness that was required in military service and for manual labor jobs. In 1975, the United States House of Representatives amended the Federal Education Act in order to lift gender discrimination in schools' physical education programs. This granted girls and women now opportunities to participate and compete in athletic programs in high school and college. Currently, according to the United States President's Council on Fitness, Sports, and Nutrition, 95% of high schools and 84% of middle schools require physical education. However, only 69% of elementary schools do so. 38 out of 50 states require or encourage districts and schools to follow physical education standards based on the National Standards for Physical Education.
Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about the fitness education model. So this model stresses the connections between physical activity and overall health, enabling individuals to work at their own pace to meet their fitness goals over a lifetime. So who invented it would be Dr. Charles B. Corbin in the 1970s. He developed a high school/college textbook for fitness. So there are 8 components to the physical education model. Number 1 would be the technique. There'd be the techniques needed to perform a variety of physical activity, which would be cardiovascular, strength and endurance, and flexibility. Number 2 would be the knowledge, so understanding the fitness, which would be the benefits, dangers, anatomy and physiology, and the training. Number 3 would be the physical activity. So here's some physical activity that would be an example. Alright, so moving on, number 4 would be the health fitness, which just is achieving and maintaining a healthy, enhancing level of fitness. Number 5 is social behavior, showing responsible personal and social behavior during activity, which would be respectful and stress and self-management. Number 6 is the values and advocates. This is a value fitness activity for physical, mental, emotional benefits, and this would be the physical activity part. Number 7 is nutrition, maintaining a healthy diet through planning and knowledge. For example, chugging water. Alright, and the last one, number 8, is consumerism. This is to access and evaluate fitness, information, products, and services. This would be facts versus fiction and the smart buying habits.
Hi, today I'm teaching you guys about the Teaching Games for Understanding model, also known as TGFU. It was developed by Bunker and Thorpe around the concept of teaching kids by playing games in 1982.
Duck.
Goose!
Okay, do I keep going?
Oh, okay. This is where you break games into their simplest format that increase the complexity. And it is a model that encourages physical activity, engagement, and enjoyment while promoting a greater understanding for the game. All right, there's a variety of games associated with 4 categories, the first being target games. An example of that is bowling. Second category is net and wall games. An example of that is volleyball. The third category is striking and fielding games. An example of that is baseball. Strike 3! The fourth and last category is territory games. An example of this is soccer. The TGFU approach focuses upon the idea of progressing from tactics to skills, not tactics or skills, as they're doing over there.
Our next model is the Adventure Education model. Adventure education focuses on learning through adventurous experiences. The experiences are widely variable due to the different ways people experience adventure. The learning is active rather than passive because people are getting involved. That makes the information easier to retain. The first adventure education programs in the United States date back to 1925 in California. It was very experimental and headed by Howard M. Bell. It was established in Los Angeles in the city public schools, where students would take place in camping at places such as Clear Lake on the Los Angeles crest. The locations this takes place in, rather than being inside, it's usually outside. That's why it's called outdoor education. Some different activities include backpacking, hiking, geocaching, adventure courses, canoeing, rock climbing, snowboarding, rafting, and kayaking. All of these activities share a common goal, and that is to challenge students in order to make them grow. Activities should challenge students mentally, emotionally, and physically. It aims to enhance social development, overcome adversity, develop leadership skills, enhance teamwork, and develop a deeper relationship with nature.
Hello class, we did the movement education model. It was started by Rudolf Laban in the 1970s.
Rudolf Laban's movement model consists of body awareness, which is what can the body do, space awareness, where does the body move, and quality of movement, how does the body move, and the relationship, whom and what does the body move.
The movement model consists of 3 categories. The first one, non-locomotor skills, which are motions performed when the body is at rest, such as stretching, curling, or twisting. The second is locomotor skills, when the body moves from one place to another, such as galloping, skipping, or jumping. And the last one is manipulative skill actions, which is when, I can't read that. Alright, we gotta stop. The last one is the manipulative skills action, which consists of involving the use of your body to perform an action, such as dribbling.
Okay, so the 3 different types of planes are sagittal, which is divides the body in left and right sides, like that. And then there's frontal, divides the body into front and back like a sandwich. And then there's transverse, which is twisting movements, like a back swing. Okay.
Next is the sport education. This model was developed and introduced by Daryl Seidentop in 1980.
The sport education model is a curriculum and instruction model designed for delivery in physical education programs at the upper elementary, middle, and high school levels.
It is intended to provide children and youth with more authentic and enjoyable sport experiences than what is typically seen in past physical education classes.
Students participate as members of teams in season that are longer than the usual physical education unit.
They take an active role in their own sport experience by serving in varied and realistic roles that we see in authentic sport settings such as captains, coaches, trainers, statisticians, officials, publicists, and members of a sports council.
Teams develop camaraderie through team uniforms, names, and cheers as they work together to learn and develop skills and tactical play.
The 3 major goals that guide program development in the student education model are for students to become competent, literate, and enthusiastic players. This means that teachers must design learning experiences that facilitate students' learning in realistic settings.